It's time to check your money with America's money maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Vicki, let's go. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine, but how are you doing?
Listen,
don't you have something going on this week?
Birthday week is in effect, baby. In fact, I'm still celebrating. So yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know how you are about your birthday. So
listen,
again, happy birthday. I know you've been doing it up. Okay.
Yes. Shout out to all the Geminis out there. June 10th. And also last week I gave a shout out to Evelyn Ingram, who is also June 3rd, I believe is her birthday. So sent her a text. Happy anniversary, happy birthday. Target family. Yeah, Vicki, it's a lot going on, and I'll be part of the time, just checking out all kinds of things. I'm just full of it. And this is Hall of Fame weekend as well.
That's right. That's
Hall
right.
Of Fame,
we have
Boxing
the
Hall of Fame.
Boxing Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So
I don't know who's on the is that right ticket up at Turning Stone? Do you know?
Well, listen, it's the induction ceremony is actually, or the parade is today.
Right.
So yeah, a lot going on at the Turning Stone. I don't have the list in front of me, but I think Floyd Mayweather is in town. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Now that's what I heard. Rumor has it. We'll see.
Got you. Well, listen, I'm going to, first of all, I want to make sure everybody hears this nice and clear, George. So listen to me real clearly here.
Okay, I got my ear.
What I'm about to say is in no way to be considered to be investment advice.
Okay.
We're not encouraging anyone to go out and to do or follow this educational information as specific advice. If you have questions, you should reach out to your own professional, whether it be your tax professional, your legal professional, or your financial planning professional before you make a decision. But I wanted to share something with everyone.
So this is for informational purposes.
It's
only.
Informational purposes. Thank you. I love the way you do that. You just this is all that media training. Just poof, okay? Okay. Informational purposes only.
Right.
But I wanted to go back in history for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back in history to July 8th of 1998. Now, I'm not going to ask you to tell me what happened on that date. I'm going to actually, to make sure that we get all of this information perfectly correct, I'm going to read a press release that happened on July 8th, 1998.
July 8th, 1998.
Okay, and it starts off this way. Vice President Gore introduces new inflation indexed savings bonds. This comes out of Washington, D.C. Vice President Gore and Treasury Secretary Rubin introduced new inflation indexed savings bonds that will protect America's savings against future inflation. And those also honor 8 Americans for their significant contributions to America's past, present, and future. The statement was, now more than ever, Americans need to focus on saving for their children's college and their own retirement, Vice President Gore said. These bonds will make it much easier and ensure that those savings will never be undercut by future inflation. There were 8 bonds that were issued in different denominations. The denominations range from $50 to $10,000. They are called I bonds. And the I bond will give Americans a way to save and protect them from inflation. Guess what?
What?
That was 1998. We are now in 2022. I bonds still exist, and today they are paying 9.62%
Wow.
on the actual coupon that is associated with I bonds. I'm telling you about this because this is one of those things that has been not hidden, but forgotten. That we had an instrument that was issued back in 1998 that could be a very impactful instrument to use as far as trying to get your cash to yield more than zero that you have in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's some strategies that you must use in order to take advantage of I bonds, and that is making sure that your liquidity is set at a certain level before you actually go out and consider them, because they are a locked up instrument, meaning that they are not as liquid as cash. But if you've got excess cash, or you're trying to build a laddering of cash, or you're trying to set some long range strategies with cash, considering I bonds might be a strategy for you to look at. I bonds can only be purchased through Treasury Direct. That's treasurydirect.com, which means you have to go to the federal government, to the Treasury Department, in order to purchase them. And it's all done online. I did it myself just to make sure and find out how easy it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it is pretty easy. Okay, you need to have certain things in place for as far as information, but once that is done, it is a very seamless process. Unfortunately, though, when these were issued back in 1998, the maximum amount that you could purchase within 1 year was $30,000 in 1 year. They have lowered that number to $10,000 per year, but that's $10,000 per year, $10,000 per year per recipient, or what we would call tax ID. So if you have a husband and wife that in a household, that's $20,000 in the household. If you have a husband and wife and 2 or 3 kids, each one of them could actually put away $10,000 within the time frame. So you really can do something pretty impactful as far as how much you would be able to put away concerning your I bonds. But here's the thing, George. When we look back at the fact that there was inflation that was a consideration and something that was being worried about by the vice president at the time and the Treasury secretary at the time, I'm bringing this point up to say that there's been, we're dealing with inflation now. We lived through it before. We survived it before. What's important is for us to look for strategies that help us mitigate the impact, and I bonds may be one of those strategies to consider. So this is going to be a short segment tonight. Okay. This afternoon, I usually make sure that we are, we have lots and lots of things, but with everything today that we're looking at, I want to be sure that this morning we really dig deeply into the Treasury Direct site and look at what's happening with I bonds. So I'll say today, our plate is full. If you have any questions, give me a call at area code 315-930-4499. Of course, reach out to us on Facebook or on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again next week.
And we should also say that your offices are located at 250 South Clinton Street. All right.
Thank you very much. Right in the heart of downtown. Okay.
Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. She is America's money maven.